Hey there, this is Carrie Clark with SpeechAndLanguageKids.com and the Speech Therapy Solution. Today I am answering a question about childhood apraxia of speech and any apps that are good for kiddos with that diagnosis. Now this question came out of the CAS webinar that I did not too long ago, so if you haven't seen that yet, please head over and check out that. It is in the video library. It's a full hour-long video about therapy for children with childhood apraxia of speech. But without further ado, let's jump into some apps that may be helpful for these kiddos. Okay, this is my first one, and I do want to mention that this is the only one of these apps that I have actually used. I do not use a ton of apps with my apraxia kiddos, so in order to answer this question, I did have to do some searching, and I don't have experience with most of these apps, so take it with a grain of salt, but hopefully you will find some value in some of these. So this one is Articulation Station, and this is the one that I have used. So Articulation Station will let you go through and find pictures of words based on what sound and where the sound is, and it will also help you put those together in phrases and sentences and do all kinds of good stuff. So this app is a really good one for just speech therapy in general. If you are trying to break these down by syllable shape, there is a way that you can make your own custom lists on here, so you can go through their words and pick the ones you want to add to a list. So for example, I did a list of CV words, and then I have a list of VC words and CVC, etc. So you can break them down by that, but it's going to take some work of you organizing it in order to do that, so be prepared for some setup work, or you can just use the actual sounds that they've already sorted for you. They're just not by syllable shape. So you can use all the P words, for example, and play their games with those. So they have memory games, they have stories, they've got all kinds of cool stuff. So this is Articulation Station, and that is one that I've used for speech therapy quite a bit. All right, the next one, this is called Speech Flip Book. And this is from Tactus Therapy, and this is one where you can create words based on letters and sounds. So it doesn't have pictures, so this would be for your readers, but as you can see on these screenshots here, they put together the sounds, and you can switch out a sound to change the word. So it's a flip book, but it will let you do certain syllable shapes. So that one is Speech Flip Book. I have not used that one, but it looks like it might be helpful if you have a reader who is working on apraxia stuff. This one is the Weber Photo Articulation Castle, and this is from Super Duper. This one is another speech sounds game, so it's kind of like Articulation Station, where you can pick the sound that you're working on, and then it has different arcade games and matching and kind of fun stuff that you can do with that, so it makes it more like a game and less like work. I have not used this one, but it also looks pretty good. So this one's Weber Photo Articulation Castle. The next one I want to show you is called Slow Tunes by Brian Stokes, not Brain Stokes. And this one, it claims that it will slow down your music. So a lot of times with our kiddos with apraxia, we want to have them use music to try to get some words out, but we need to slow it way down so that they have the processing time and can participate. So according to this app, and I haven't used it, but it says that you can add songs from your music library and then play them at a much slower rate. So that would allow you to get caught up and be able to process and still participate in the song. So that might be a fun one if you're looking for some music activities. And then finally I have Speech Tutor, which again, I haven't used this one, but it looks like it would be really good if you have a kiddo who really needs to see what's happening in the mouth in order to produce the sounds. So you can see on the screenshots here, it shows you where the tongue goes, where the air is coming out. Like you can see here, the air is going forward for the S sound, and it does this for all the different sounds, and then it looks like it also has videos of people saying it and the sound wave and all kinds of good stuff. Plus I think you can record the student saying it and compare. So that one would be good if you have a little bit higher kiddos who just need that actual like visual of how to produce the sound, and then that helps them with the speech sounds. So those are the apps I have. If you have any others you want to add, leave those below, or if you have any questions, I'll answer those as soon as possible. Thanks so much and have a great day.